Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
If you're in the Minot area and looking for a rental, start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town: apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Verendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Verendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Starting tonight, the games really start to matter. Minot High at 0-4. Bismarck High at 2-2, colliding today at Dwayne Carlson Stadium on the PSP Network. It's a WDA conference opener, and we begin with the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Welcome into Dwayne Carlson Stadium alongside Bryce Gutnick, Imo, and Patterson on the call. The Magi and the Demons, frequent opponents with one another in a long history in the West region, Bryce, but this year has a different feel to it, and you can look at the records to take that, but it also seems by what they've shown the last couple weeks that both of these teams have some pretty high ceilings in the second half of the season.
I think both are just really excited to get the conference play, start solidifying themselves in the conference where they stand. We know the struggles that Minot High had with the out-of-conference schedule. It's homecoming tonight. It's a whole day. It just feels like a whole different season. And Bismarck, it's been the ups and the downs and the peaks and the valleys this season. Two teams really wanting to start out conference play with a big W here tonight, Owen.
I think a lot of people during the week and the lead up to this game, maybe a little bit confused as to what we're going to see tonight, but I think the one really big tell is everybody's healthy. These teams are ready to go on this Friday. As Coach Chauncey Hendershot told me earlier, today's a good day to go get win number one.
Yeah, we've heard about some injuries. We know Weston Scott on the Bismarck side, he was dealing with a toe injury. He's active. He's going to be playing tonight. Big news on the Minot High side is Blake Anderson's back. It's going to be interesting to see how the amount of carries and how he's involved and what kind of level he's involved at. We believe he's not 100%, but just to have him back in that Magi backfield, a big weapon for this Magician team and a big part to what they do well. We start
today's broadcast with the Valvoline and Oil Change pregame show. They are your locally owned oil change headquarters. With 25 years of the Lundins taking care of people, they make local actually matter. Not to mention, it's a stay-in-your-car drive-through 15-minute oil change with locations in Minot and Bismarck. Also find out more if they do online at VIOC.com. Let's set up the matchup a little bit more, Bryce, by taking a look at the 3A football standings. After this week, we're finally going to get a couple numbers that are going to make things make sense when it comes to pushing towards the playoffs. But after 4 non-conference weeks of football, it's the Shanley Deacons that stand alone as the only team still unbeaten.
Hey, they passed the eye test. You and I were there last week. We made the long trip to Fargo, and I know defensively Minot High did have a lot of success in that ball game, but the weapons that Coach Mattern has at his disposal out there, it's so many guys you have to account for, Owen. They passed the eye test. They are the number one team in the state. They look the part.
All right, Bryce, I want to test you a little bit. We talked about some of the top teams in the state, and for good reason. But let's take a look at teams 1-3 or with worse records at this point. That includes West Fargo, Minot High, Mandan, and Williston. Which team might have the brightest future here in the last 5 weeks?
I think you got to go Minot High, and a big part of that has been Ryder Sutton. Sutton's development on a week-to-week basis, we've seen it just more and more and more each week from him. Using his feet, we know about the accuracy has improved. Some big plays down the field, the big arm. I think the answer to the question is the Magicians.
Yeah, I don't argue with you one bit. Those standings brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. We'll continue with our Valvoline and Oil Change pregame show after a quick timeout. Take a look at the keys to the game and the starting lineups and much more. That's next on the PSP Network.
Not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
Their day at the same time, or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it. in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain. We never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
For a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion.
Welcome back to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show ahead of Minot High and Bismarck High, the WDA conference opener. Coin toss happening right now at midfield. And it is good to see number 8 back on the field, and the same with number 15 for Bismarck High. Missing those two really took away from a lot of what these offenses want to do, Bryce. Bismarck High, I know Weston's got a wide receiver, but when they run the ball so much, he's a deep threat when that defense comes up. And for Blake Anderson, Minot needs to establish a running game again.
Yeah, you got to believe Weston Scott has been Bonley's favorite target this season. A fantastic start to the season for him. And Blake Anderson, they really, they get in that I formation or that single bat set. What he can do on first and second down, take some pressure off Sutton, get him in these very manageable short third down conversions. That's huge for Minot High tonight.
Why don't we take a look at a few more keys to the game? They're brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. We'll start with the Demons. Last week against Fargo Davies, to maybe the surprise of the Minot High coaching staff, and especially the surprise to myself, went to the spread air raid against the Eagles. Remember, the Demons are a team that run the football historically. They have a head coach there of Mark Gibson, 26th season. They are about ground and pound, and they went to the air over 50% of the time. Coach Gibson said it felt like 90% last week. They need to bring back the run today against a struggling run defense in Minot High.
Yeah, Minot's been very vulnerable in the rush defense. We've seen it this season. Some teams have had some big games here in that non-conference play, so look for Bismarck to really attack, definitely running the ball first and second down, trying to establish it early here in this one.
For Minot High last week, hanging with the now number 1 team in the state and undefeated Shanley Deacons, it was all about the explosive play. You want to keep that on offense, but defensively they were beat by a lot of explosive plays against the Deacons, which kind of gave up that possible upset win. It's both sides of the equation today for Minot.
Yeah, it really is, and that's why we're talking about Blake Anderson so much, just taking that pressure off this offense. It's just tremendous. I know Sutton, we've seen the big plays through the air with his feet. There's a lot of that, but they've got to be more effective running that ball on first and second down, converting more third downs, and avoiding these third and long situations here tonight.
Your keys to the game are brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. There's no other choice to seal your heating or game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Call Dylan today at 222-2155 to make sure your furnace is ready for the winter months ahead. New installation upgrades and all your furnace and AC needs. Again, call Dylan today at 222-2155. Let's take a look at what the media thinks 3A football is shaping up to be after the non-conference slate is complete. Shanley and Davies and West Fargo Horace, 3 teams from the East, topping the charts this week, Bryce.
We've had movement every week, and then in the non-conference schedule, a lot of these teams just kind of beating up on each other. We saw that a lot. I'm going to circle. We don't have the pen with that technology, but I'm going to circle team number 5. Look out for Century. I look for them to go on a nice roll here in the West. You educated on me a lot on our ride home from Fargo. I've watched some more film on them. I really like this Century team. The win of the week has to go to Horace. What a big win versus Legacy. The movement just started with that, Owen. It's going to change on a weekly basis.
Yeah, you're only the pen tool away from being John Madden, and I was going to bring up the Century Patriots as well. Quarterback returns for them, a shutout win at home against West Fargo, and tonight they go to Mandan on the PSP network. That could be another giant step forward for the Patriots in their quest to a West Region title. Don't count out Bismarck High, though. They're still receiving votes, dropped out of the top 5 with that road loss at Fargo Davies. It wasn't really that close against the Eagles either, just that early touchdown for BHS that kept them in it at 7-7, but the Demons can easily rebound back into that top 5 possibly tonight with a win in Minot.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking to start out conference season strong and get into that top 5, trying to establish themselves as a team to beat, to be reckoned with in the West.
Those media polls brought to you by Sport Clips. Check it online with the hairstylist today at sportclips.com or use the app. I did that this afternoon. It was quick and easy at Sport Clips, and I look good for when I'm on camera later on today. Minot and Bismarck kickoff coming up next on the PSP Network.
Plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Spas Etc., Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer, brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance Hot Tubs, and Michael Phelps Swim Spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Bones Barbecue helping us out, bringing you a 5-game slate of broadcasts for another Friday on the PSP Network. It's already gotten started with kickoff in Bismarck as the Patriots taking on the winless Mandan Braves. That's another team where, man, they could get on a run pretty soon, couldn't they?
Yeah, you got to believe they're going to be in that conversation of competing for one of these 4 spots on this west side. A team that seems to be improving, Owen, week by week.
Obviously here, Bismarck High and Minot High, so jumping ahead, Watford City and Dickinson. It's the dually difference in Watford City. He's taken Beulah to numerous AA state championship games and playoff runs. Can he do it in the unthinkable position of Watford City, North Dakota?
It seems like the west side on that AA is kind of wide open, and I really like Watford City's chances at snagging one of those playoff spots, Owen.
The Minot North Sentinels run at a repeat WDA title begins today in Bismarck against St. Mary's. The Saints, another team with a rough non-conference results. 1-3 went the Saints with their only win coming against Wahpeton last Friday. Upset at Schmeekerfield?
Yeah, there's some chatter. St. Mary's looking to get back on track, a team that could maybe sneak up on the Sentinels tonight.
And the Division A Region 3 playoff picture gets a little more clear tonight from Herb Parker Stadium in Minot as the Bishop Ryan Lions host DLB. All those games for you today on the PSP Network. It's already time for the national anthem here in Minot. Another reminder that this has been the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show on the PSP Network. Over the 15-minute stay-in-your-car drive-through oil change. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. You can also find out what they do online at VIOC.com. The only item of business we have left to take care of in our pregame show today is to deliver those starting lineups, and we thank UPS for helping us out with that. The UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot, open Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 7, and on Saturdays from 8:30 to 3 inside the Marketplace Foods Plaza. For your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS store. We start with the Bismarck High Demons. You know, Bryce, I mentioned the coin toss, and then I didn't see how it ended, but it looks like it is the Bismarck defense being introduced. Sorry, the Bismarck offense being introduced. There we go. All right. We think the Demons are on offense first. Hayden Bondley, the starting quarterback, the junior. Of course, last year the Demons went with kind of a two-quarterback system. Bondley was not one of them. This is his first year as a starter and really had a chance to shine last week against Davies.
Yeah, Bondley, another kid, just kind of like Sutton, really trying to find himself, develop, get better each week. Got to cut down on the turnovers, Owen, that's kind of killed and stopped this offense in some important drives. Look for him to, like I said, cut down on those turnovers is huge tonight.
The backs and receivers for Bismarck, tailback Deegan Stottinger. He's going to be used everywhere on the field. He's so fun to watch. We had this game last year, and he exploded for a 60-yard touchdown run. The fullback, Kyle Schlobaum, they're going to get him in action. And the wide receivers, Parker Gabriel, Brennan Greff, and Weston Scott, the key return for Bismarck. Up front on the offensive line from left to right, Van Geiger, Andrew Skorheim, Jaden Saylor, Caden Heupel, and Bryce Pennington. As for the defense for the Minot High Magicians, Liam Neff, Tucker Nelson, Cale Risbert, Nathan Henderson up front. They did a lot of nice things, putting pressure on Jax Manor a little bit last week.
They've been getting some nice contributions. There's been some guys kind of forced into duty. Henderson's one of those guys. He's done a nice job filling in on this defensive side for Minot High.
While Blake Anderson is back in the lineup, he won't be starting defensively. Robbie Spraggs is still the starting middle linebacker, but Anthony Alexander, the highlight of the season last year, 29-yard pick six, putting Minot in the lead.
He's going to play aggressive. He's going to drop in coverage. He's going to blitz. A lot of different looks they show defensively with Alexander. He's a playmaker. Look for him, maybe big play tonight, maybe cause another turnover like he did last week.
And the defensive backs for Chauncey Hendershots, Minot High Magicians, Tariq Bell and Tegan Schindler on the corners. Logan Ludwig and James Pallotta are the safeties. Starting lineups delivered to you by the UPS store. Well, Bryce, obviously Minot High eager to get that first win, kind of desperate for it, I guess you could say at this point. It's their first 0-4 start since still 1997. It's been a long, long time, but is there maybe something in there to tell you guys it's not all or nothing right now to get a win in Week 5? Because as we've seen the last couple of seasons, a 2-win team makes the playoffs in 3A.
We saw a lot of it last week. They were off the bus. They were ready to go against Now, which is the #1 team in Shanley. They had a 2-score lead. That was a 2-possession game in there. They were up 27-13, I believe, doing a lot of good things and had opportunities to extend that lead, and they just came up short. And hey, it's homecoming, Owen. We had the inductees out here into the Minot High Hall of Fame. There's a lot of big crowd here tonight at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. The Magicians want to put on a show.
Yeah, we'll be referencing those Hall of Famers, tell you who is part of the newest class as we go on today. Minot High gets set to kick off. I'll be going from right to left on your screen today. Bismarck High in the road, white uniforms, maroon helmets. Will be returning their offense, going from left to right in the first half. 26th-year head coach Mark Gibson leading the way for the Demons, the winningest coach in BHS program history. 215 victories over those 25-plus seasons. 2 of them come in this year, but they're coming off of back-to-back losses. One at home against Shanley, another one at Davies. Can't complain losing the top 2 teams in the state, can you?
And then, Owen, I'm going to take it back a few years. Can you believe this team was 0-9. 2022 Owen. I mean, hard to believe just all the talent that's ran through Bismarck here. And they've rebounded nicely since then. Some more playoff appearances. A team that's going to contend for another playoff spot in the West this year.
It's Honor Amesbury doing the honors and kicking us off today on the PSP Network. There will be no return. Got it up in the wind. Oh, and it's going to bounce out of bounds at the 1. So you get another illegal procedure against Minot High. That wind, you could see it, you could hear it during the national anthem, and probably the whole first quarter today. It was howling when we showed up.
Yeah, Amesbury's looking at the coaching staff like, I got a hold of it, coach, but it does end up going out of bounds. It's going to be some good field position to start for the Demons.
Yeah, they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 35. Bryce, you won't believe this stat. BHS threw the ball or attempted to pass on their first 8 plays last week against Fargo Davies. What are the chances we see run on first down?
Maybe mix in a little play action pass, take a shot, but this wind, Owen, is going to be the story here going into this wind, and that's going to be the story for the Demons here on this first drive. It's going to be a big factor.
They go in the pistol. Quarterback, the junior Hayden Bodley takes the snap. He'll throw a screen pass out to Brennan Greff. Greff will stiff arm his way ahead for about 4 yards. BHS used the screen pass to their advantage. It's almost like an extension of the run game for them.
It's just one of those plays, we call them drive starters right there. Get that ball out, get it to Greff, the senior, 6'3", good size. Nice gain on first down for Bismarck High.
And they'll use that kind of H-back off to the left of Bodley. Still working in the pistol. He has Stottinger behind him. They'll give him his first touch. Off left tackle, Deegan. Staudinger has the first down, spins his way to midfield. Any way they can give him the football is a positive.
And you see it, what makes him so special, that cut, the speed, the burst. Great gain there, moving the chains for Bismarck High.
Right at midfield, Bismarck keeps the ball moving on their first drive. A team that's only averaging 16 points per game. Going up against a Minot defense giving up 36.5. Opportunities there for the Demons to have a big day with the football. Still a loaded backfield for Bondley. He'll hand off to Staudinger. Looks like just about the same exact play, and it's the same result. A first down for the Demons to the Minot 39.
Great job using that left side, the left side of this offensive line. Really clicking early. Like Geiger, follow him on the left tackle position there, moving the chains again.
BHS, a recent history of great offensive linemen leading the way, don't they?
Oh, we could go on and on about the list of the gifted guys that have played that offensive line, those positions up front for the Demons.
Their first down and 10 for Bismarck. Already 3 first downs picked up on this opening drive. This time, though, Staudinger is hit in the backfield. Looked like it was Jalen Gunville that made the tackle for loss.
Yeah, Gunville shot out of a cannon there, creating a negative play. This is what Minot High likes to do. They get teams in these long, second and long, third and long situations, these obvious passing situations. They're going to blitz. They're going to give you some exotic looks, dial up the pressure.
First time the Demons are behind the chains today. Second down, about 10.5. It's not Staudinger donning the I anymore. This is Carter Petron, and he is slung down at the line of scrimmage. Gunville again.
Gunville, last couple plays. Coming from that linebacker position. Another guy last week got involved offensively, and he looked really good in that second half, handling a bulk of the carries for Minot High.
Good to see Petron back in the lineup for BHS. Last week against Davies Bryce, their top 3 running backs on the depth chart, 1 rushing yard.
Yeah, having Petron is huge. He's a big part of the offensive game plan for the Demons.
He goes in motion, as does Najee Boyd to the near side. They'll hit a screen pass to Boyd, another athletic wide receiver for BHS, but flowing to the football was Alexander. Not much going for the Demons right here into Minot territory. It'll be 4th down and 9, but likely 4 down position.
Yeah, I love that. Try and get Boyd out in some space here. The quick throw, we've seen it a couple times on this drive. That's just the speed of Alexander, closing speed, making that play, forcing a 4th and long. I don't know how you punt in this direction today, Owen. I know it's kind of calming down, but
the wind is kind of blowing towards our broadcast position right now. And just watching the punts and warm-ups, it's not going to be a very friendly game. It is kind of a deep shotgun snap to Bondley, and he will pooch punt. Nobody back to return for Minot High. It's going to roll inside the 5, and well executed for the Demons. Hey, special teams, it's 1-0 in favor of Bismarck right now.
Coach Gibson said, it proves me wrong on that one, Owen. A little pooch punt inside the 5. Great execution. The special team side, such a big part of these games. It's going to be about the 4-yard line starting out the drive for Minot High.
Magi take over on offense. 9 minutes, 2 seconds to go. First quarter scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. You will see Blake Anderson in the starting lineup on offense. He did not play last week. He went out in the first half of the game before. And Sutton starts in the gun, a yard deep in his own end zone. Ryder Sutton, the sophomore quarterback, will throw. He's got Bell with some room. Threw it a little bit behind him. And able to break it up was Garrett Randolph.
Great defense by Randolph there. Just the timing. Looked like Bell had a step there on the outside. Gotta love that out of Minot High, though. Hey, got the wind at our back. Let's take a shot here. Sutton's been terrific in the long ball and delivering it on target.
2 different receivers last week had over 100 yards. Bell was in third with 90.
I would have got that wrong, Owen. I would have guessed that.
Big
Pallotta. Look for Pallotta here early in this game as well.
Anderson in motion. Jets sweep. They'll fake it to him. Sutton bounces off a couple tackles. Eventually will be brought down at the 10-yard line. In on the stop for Bismarck. Looked like it was the number change, Julian West. Had to remember.
87's now 40. Julian West cleaning that one up. Nice gang tackle. The pursuit by this Bismarck Demons defense on full display early here.
Never a good day to forget your jersey at home. 3rd down and 4 for Minot High. Still only at their own 10. Ball at the left hash. Clock running at 8:15 in the first quarter. Bunch receivers, 3 of them to the far side. Sutton takes the snap, backs up to the goal line, and works his way back to the line of scrimmage. Throws on the run and skips it to Bell. He's saying he caught it, but that one was pretty clear from here. Incomplete.
The pass protection really holding up there for Minot High. Sutton leaving the pocket there, kind of throwing that one across his body back to the middle, just short-armed it there, and it's going to be a punt situation for the Magicians.
An interesting question as who the punter will be for Minot with Anderson and that injury, the ankle, so he's not a factor in the kicking game.
I've kind of stopped.
It is Sutton.
They've had so many people punting and kicking and doing things. It's kind of a guessing game.
Well, there are 4 receivers. It will be that punt, though, and it's blocked.
No, it's blocked.
It went off of Anderson, and Bismarck High a chance to recover, and that they do. I don't think it was blocked by a demon. This went off of Blake Anderson, who stepped up to help block. And on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay, the Demons take over in plus territory at the 8-yard line.
Obviously, when you're running block sets, like punt sets like that, you're up closer. You're doing that pooch punt with the quarterback with Sutton there. Ends up off one of his teammates, we believe, and Bismarck High is in business here, 1st and goal.
And they bring in the heavy package. 2 fullbacks right behind Hayden Bondley. It's Petron, the tailback behind him. He's going to follow those blocks to the left side. Petron waits, hesitates, and scores. An 8-yard rushing touchdown to get BHS on the board first.
Great. I'm going to highlight one guy on that play. Kobe St. Aban, 5'8", 260, leading the way there. What a play. Petron ends up in the end zone.
Yeah, the starting nose tackle defensively, Kobe St. Aubin, acts as the second fullback along with Kyle Schlobaum, and those two can move some people.
I'll follow him. Wherever he's going, that's where I'm going. That's what I would say if I was Petron.
Looks like you got a personnel issue. Only 10 guys on the field for Bismarck High, and Coach Mark Gibson is not too happy about having to burn a timeout right there. As Drew Haberlock gets set up for the extra point. 7 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And, I mean, they'll have to go to the sideline. Minot's going to the sideline. BHS, I don't think they want to go near that sideline right now. Well,
it is a timeout, so Minot's going to have some time here.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. First International Bank is your full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between their employees and customers, founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Arizona. Find them online at FIBT.com. While we have some time, Bryce, let's watch this one again. And 45, he's the fullback on the right side. St. Aubin going to make that last clean block. And just how about the patience as well by Petron?
You talk about that full backfield. St. Aubin leading the way there on the left side. It's been a lot of that left side early, getting things going in the run game for this Demons football team.
Now we're set up for the extra point. Comes from the junior kicker, Drew Haberlock, another fall sport, dual sport athlete, goalkeeper on the soccer team for BHS. Caden Melenda with the hold. Gets it down. The kick is high, and it is good. 7-0 BHS, 7:50 to go, first quarter. Off the blocked punt, it's one play, 8 yards, and a touchdown for BHS.
This pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
No. On the BNC National Bank scoreboard, Bismarck 7, Minot 0. The sun looks giant on that shot right there. And it is...
I'm relying on you. I am. I still got my sunglasses on trying to see who's who out here.
Look like we're playing in the dark.
I get excited when the sun goes down.
Tell you what,
helps us a lot up
for the
here,
last weekend of September, it's still still kind of summer out here.
80-degree days. Looks like it's going to continue throughout the weekend. I'll take it as long as summer wants to stay.
The best part is our 40-mile-an-hour wind didn't have any kind of wind chill to it yet. Haberlock needs some help with the hold on this kickoff. It's a short line drive. It'll be fielded on 2 bounces by Tariq Bell. Cuts to the near side. Now upfield. Bell across the 35 to the 40. There's flags that fly behind the play. And a good return of about 30 yards for Bell might be coming back.
Yeah, looks like we might have a hold here on Minot High. Going to negate that nice return by Bell.
Wait for the official word from our white hat referee. Was indeed a hold against the Magi. Going to back him up to about the 20-yard line or so. Backed up inside their own 10 on the first drive, a 3-and-out that only got worse by a bad punt, whether it went off Anderson or just went backwards in the wind. Gave Bismarck supreme field position and an easy touchdown. Minot tried to air it out quite a bit on that opening possession. They go 4 receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right of Ryder Sutton. Gets some movement from BHS, but he's back out inside. Anderson, the dive play, 2 yards for the Magi.
You see Anderson, we thought maybe his snaps would be limited, but he's starting out this drive here, trying to get the running game going for Minot High.
Yeah, that running game for the Magi really carried these last 2 weeks by Ryder Sutton. He accounted for 440 total yards against Shanley, and quite a few of those helped by his 57-yard touchdown scamper to open up the game.
He's had a couple special runs, just creating with his feet these last couple weeks. Let's see if that continues tonight.
He'll run right behind his tailback, Blake Anderson, but a nice tackle right there to stop Sutton for almost no gain. Isaiah Doctor with the hit.
Doctor, great job, great pursuit. Sutton trying to bounce that, get to the edge. Doctor said not today here, about a 3rd and medium for Minot High.
Line up defensively for BHS, a very experienced group. 6 seniors, 5 juniors starting on that side of the ball. Another bunch formation to the near side for Minot on 3rd down and about 7. Sutton will look to throw in the area of Bell, but too far out of bounds.
And that's all the Demon defense on the back end. Already a couple plays made by Randolph on that corner position, not biting on that move. Great job on the back end, the secondary for Bismarck High.
So another 4th down for Minot. Obviously, this is kind of punting territory, but do you risk it after the last one?
Yeah, obviously, we've seen Blake Anderson. He's handled some of those duties, but they're going to stick with Sutton here handling the punting duties for Minot High.
Again, he's kind of in that deep shotgun, so they will boot it away. This one gets off cleanly. The wind isn't going to help it at all as it bounces at the 49. Takes a good roll, though. And the Demons will start possession number 3 at their own 32-yard line. Today's broadcast on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by Minot State University. The best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for the career you desire. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. That's Minot State University. PSP Network is there at the Herb tonight. Bishop Ryan hosting Glen Burlington. That's really the one game we didn't get to talk about. The Lions can really revive their season with a win tonight.
Yeah, when we're talking about playoff situations, a win tonight for Bishop Ryan would go a very long way for their chances.
It would get them back, quote-unquote, in to the bracket right now. Sweep to Stottinger. Sorry, that was Weston Scott. And Scott will refuse to go down. A huge gain for BHS on first down. Watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Weston Scott, it's the yards after contact there. Big start to this drive for Bismarck High. Already leading in this one, 7-0 on the road.
Scott didn't play. Coach said it was more precautionary than anything. He's a kid that's had injuries in the past, sidelined him from especially the basketball season, another sport that he excels at, and he is healthy. He is one of the better athletes of the West region.
Yeah, you can see it. Shifty there, making people miss. Then you also see the physicality there. Like I said, the yards after contact, huge on that run.
A rollout by Bodley. He's going to find Scott all alone, but he dropped it. He had another about 10, 15-yard gain ahead, but just didn't hang on.
Yeah, I'd like to see Bonley just kind of take a little off that, get the completion. Scott is there. He's open in the flat area. Just take a little off that, kind of loft it up there a little more. You got Scott in some space.
Second down play call upcoming for the Demons. Just go a single back. Stottinger moves to the right side of Bondley. Scott in motion from left to right. We'll run a counter play with Deegan Stottinger. Looks for some room, cutting it towards the middle. He's going to have to be happy with 3 yards there. Bring up a 3rd down and 7. Big down defensively for Minot.
Yeah, it looked like he was almost taken down in the backfield for a loss, but coming out with a few, making it a little more manageable here. See if Minot High elects to bring some pressure here. They show some exotic blitz packages in these 3rd and longs a number of times this season.
3rd down and 7 for BHS. Another 4-receiver set. Saw it a lot last week against Davies. Routes downfield. They'll throw right to the sticks to Najee Boyd. A good play on the ball by James Pilata is going to keep the Demons with 4th down.
There you see it, a double A-gap blitz from Minot High. That's a good ball. Get it out quickly if you're Bondley. Setting them up in a 4th and about 2.
Look who's back in the game, Bryce. Kobe St. Aubin paved the way to that touchdown run, and now he's looking to pave the way for 2 yards, along with Kyle Schlobaum, the senior fullback, the usual fullback. It's Petron in the backfield. Bondley under center. The move St. Aubin, and that was a false start. The risk you take a little bit.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there on the snap. Moving early, anxious to get on the edge with St. Aubin there. You go from 4th and 2. This is huge to 4th and 7 now.
Now they bring all the receivers back on the field
yeah,
for the Demons.
The heavy sets going off the field here.
Minot's defensive backs, a good start today. Pilata with that last tackle kept the Demons away from a 1st down. Can they do it again? On 4th down and 7. Instead, it's a punt. Again, nobody back for Minot High. And it's going to come to a stop at the 12. So Minot backed up once again as they take over possession. 3 minutes, 58 seconds to go in the 1st quarter on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Bismarck High leading 7-0. Locations throughout North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. BNC National Bank provides with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. Visit BNC Bank online today at bnc.bank. Also a thanks to our friends at North Dakota Score Feed, keeping us up to the minute with the out-of-town scores from all across the divisions of North Dakota high school football. 1st down pass is picked off.
My goodness.
A pick 6 by Declan Sims.
What a play. Declan Sims off the edge. Gets his own deflection. The special teams, now the defense coming up big for Bismarck High.
Sims, the 6'1 sophomore. We just spoke about the seniors and juniors that make up the defense. It's the 10th graders. Sims with the pick 6 to a roar of celebration on the BHS side.
What a play by this defense. An early nominee for the Magic City Home Leisure move of the game.
Here's Haberlock again for the PAT. Good snap, a good hold. And the kick is perfect. 3 minutes, 54 seconds to go. First quarter, BHS stretches their lead to 14-0 on a Declan Sims pick six. Watch it again as we go to break.
It's the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's going to go. So,
hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved.
Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Sometimes it comes down to special teams and defense, and not how many points the offense can put up. Bryce, off a sort of block punt. BHS, a one-play scoring drive, and then a pick six by Declan Sims has him up by 2 scores.
I have it underlined right here, Owen. Special teams was huge. Now it's the defensive side. The turnover, kind of a look what I found, just falls right to Declan Sims off the tip, off the deflection. What a start to this ball game for Bismarck High.
Kickoff that will roll to Taylor Lundeen, sprinting across the gridiron, and the ball's out. Tariq Bell's going to pick it up. He's going to reverse course now at the 20-yard line, chased down by Sims and slammed to the turf at the 22. Goodness, that was a half a minute long play.
And Minot High very fortunate to retain possession on that one. I tell you, this Bismarck High Demon football team is flying around, Owen. They are ready to hit. It's just, you know, the hit stick button on Madden. They are ready defensively, fired up here at Dwayne Carlson Field tonight.
That was a helmet to the football that caused the fumble from Lundeen. Nobody's hanging on to that. First down and 10, Minot at the 25. They're going to spot it. They need one of those explosive plays badly. Blake Anderson tries to bounce it, but the Demons have it red. Brennan Greff brings down Blake.
We've seen a number of times already. I know it's early in this game. Minot High trying to get to that outside. Bismarck High setting the edge well here in this first quarter.
Two receivers right, Bell in the slot. They're going to be looking for him. He was left open on that out route. Works up field to the 42-yard line, a gain of 17. Coach Hendershot praised the play of the wide receivers last week, and with the wind at their backs right now, I feel like they might as well use them.
And it just wasn't one guy. It was Pallotta, it was Ludwig, it was Bell, all of them making a number of plays. Look for Kraft to get involved as well. But that is Sutton's game. Get him rolled out outside the pocket. Nice out route by Bell. First down, Magi.
The flip the formation. Looks like about the same exact play. Sutton, though, in trouble. Gets it out to Ludwig through the hands and out of bounds. Sutton was being chased by 2 different Bismarck Demons. Flag is down in the middle of the field. And Bryce, it's rare to see, but this is kind of in the area of man downfield.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh.
He's asking Bismarck what they want to do, so something on Minot High here. But Sutton did a great job of escaping trouble there and getting that throw off. It ended up being right on Ludwig's hands.
Illegal man downfield against the Magi. I'll back him up.
You called it, Owen. 1 for 1 tonight. 1 for 1, Mr. Patterson.
Might be a referee if the broadcaster thing doesn't pan out.
It's panning out. We need you. You stay in the booth with us.
2:50 remaining first quarter, 14-0 Demons, 2nd and 10. I believe that penalty was actually declined by Bismarck. Anderson on the run again for nothing. 2 players there immediately. Levi Ehrlich, Elijah Heupel for BHS.
St. Aubin coming to help clean it up. It's not just one guy to the football. Just a swarm of defenders for the Demons flying to it. 3rd and long here for Minot High.
You know, we asked Coach Hendershot about, was Anderson 100% tonight? Kind of danced around the question a little bit, and again, a lot of these big hits in the backfield probably wearing down Anderson in this first half, first quarter even.
That's the key there. It's getting hit in the backfield. They're trying to extend it, get to the outside.
Well, now Minot has to take a timeout. They had too many men on the field, but take a First International Bank and Trust timeout as the Magi prepare for 3rd down and 10 from their own 42. You're watching 3A football on the PSP Network.
To introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Well, the Magi figured out their personnel during that quick timeout. They'll put 3 receivers bunched to the wide side, your near side. The PSP Network for 3rd down and 10. Shotgun snap to Ryder Sutton. Downfield he looks. He's got Ludwig, but threw it again kind of backwards. One of those, you turn on the film of that Shanley game, they feel like they run a lot of those kind of read routes. Will Ludwig cut in or will he cut out? And that time a little bit of a miscommunication.
Yeah, you can see it. He got turned around there. Big arm by Sutton there. Just a little too far on that one for Ludwig.
Ludwig, a career day last week in Fargo. 140 receiving yards, a long of 64. One of those career days, he set him, and he might not even catch that ever again.
Yeah, he was terrific in that ball game. Sutton finding him a number of times.
4th down, another punt for Minot. Takes a Bismarck High bounce, and Ludwig will pick it up at the 30. Well, Bismarck High's offense has had a couple of big plays, but it's kind of been in this area of the field. A lot of their top plays have been defensively and special teams. What does the offense need to find here on this drive?
They've done a nice job running the ball early, 1st and 2nd down, and it's been that left side. The left side of this offensive line, the big strength. You got Saylor at center position, Skorheim on that left guard, and Geiger. Look for them to get it involved with Petron early here.
It's like a sort of speed option that turns into a bubble screen to Deegan Stottinger, and he's at the 45-yard line. A 1st down, gain of 16 for Bismarck.
Looks like maybe a couple linemen downfield there for Bismarck High. They get away with it.
I think it was completed behind the
was
line,
it
maybe.
Line? Okay.
I couldn't really tell there on that replay.
Close.
I think we got enough time to watch it another time here.
Regardless, it's a great start again to a drive here for Bismarck High. 2-score lead already in this one.
One play, move the chains. 1st and 10 at their own 46. Ball on the left hash. So a pistol look for the quarterback, Bodley. Stottinger right behind him. Takes the handoff. Stottinger, 8 yards on that 1st down run, crossing the midfield stripe.
I like this Stottinger kid. First time I'm seeing him up close here this season, Owen. Running hard. Such a weapon for this Demons team.
Stottinger on this season, just all-purpose. 168 yards, a majority of those on the ground. 29 of his 36 touches coming into the game were as a running back. 2nd and short, they'll go right back to him. Still trying to get that outside. It works out for him. Seems he's kind of got a favorite play to run.
And it's bending that left side. Look for them, maybe throw a little play action look here. Maybe slip Weston Scott out, trying to hit a big play.
Clock will restart at 30 seconds in the 1st quarter. BHS does not have to run another play. And I don't think they will. Stay in the huddle, and clock will wind down to 0-0 in the 1st quarter. Bismarck High a 14-0 lead. A block punt leads to a short 8-yard score. by Carter Petron, and a pick six by Declan Sims doubles the lead for the Demons after one. You're watching 3A football on the PSP Network.
At the same time, or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Brevera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Coming up on the PSP Network, once the second quarter is complete, the Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. Second quarter begins with the Demons possession of the football at the Minot 42. It's first down and 10. Pistol look, another jet sweep to Weston Scott. And holding on to the jersey was Gunville. Scott's going to keep the play alive. Now to the near side and tripped up at the shoelaces. Jalen Gunville never gave up on this play.
Gunville, a couple chances, capitalizes on the second one. A little shoestring tackle. Once again, though, it looked like they had him for a loss on that play, Owen, trying to create some negative plays. I know it's just a gain of 2, but about a 4 or 5 yard difference there, huge.
The replays brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Experience the difference when you visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston, or shop online at driveryan.com. Nobody to the wide side of the field. Impression this might be another one of those counter plays. Instead, it's a rollout, and Bondley hit as he throws, does make a completed pass. It's for a loss. Parker Gabriel the catch, but well, it's a loss that's a lot better than what it could have been.
Yeah, great job there. I believe Ludwig came on the pressure there, getting to Bondley, but Bondley just gets it off.
We've seen Minot's defense get really creative. That one, the safety blitz that time for Ludwig.
I love it. Don't sit back. Bring some pressure. Bring some different looks, some stunts. They get really creative. We know with Alexander. You'll see it with Gunville. You see it with Ludwig on that one, bringing pressure. Expect it again here.
On 3rd and 12, the Demons again go to that spread look on offense. Tunnel screen for Scott, nearly intercepted by Anthony Alexander. He is regretting dropping that, but a tough play to make anyway.
Alexander, the opportunity, we talked about him, his ability to create turnovers. That one right in the hands, but unable to reel it in. Going to be 4th and long up for Bismarck High. I don't know. He might score on that one, Owen. He comes up with that one. It's really dodged a bullet there if you're Bismarck High.
Looks like another punt. Minot High still not putting a returner back. Bondley gets it away clean. Boyd will wait to down this one as it rolls to the 1 and inside of the 1, right on the goal line. Another punt worthy of the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
I believe that's already the 3rd punt in this first half, down inside the 10-yard line for Bismarck High. Going to have to go 99.5 yards if you're the Magi to score on this drive.
Not much has been there for Minot's offense in the first quarter today. Obviously no points, plus that costly interception return for a touchdown. Here's a rarity. They go under center. Sutton is going to sneak it to get away from the goal line and does so. A gain of 2 yards for Sutton.
kind of a rarity in football altogether. So many offensive sets ran from that pistol, ran from that shotgun. You see it all across the state.
Great homecoming crowd in attendance today at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. They've been, seems like, away for a while. There was back-to-back home games. The 8 p.m. starts against Cheyenne and West Fargo. Winless, though, here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Hand off to Anderson. And hardly any gain there. 3 yards. 3rd down and 5 for Minot. Think they have enough room here to maybe drop back and pass?
I'd like to see Sutton outside the pocket, rolling right, trying to extend this drive. He does it so well outside the pocket. Give you a quick update. At the half, Owen, Bismarck Century 31, Mandan 0.
Some more scores to report during our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. It is a pass from Sutton, high and intercepted. Looking for Bell, overshot him, and Garrett Randolph on the return, tripped up at the 10. Another takeaway by the Demons, and again, incredible starting field position.
It's been Randolph all night at that corner position. This time, Sutton throws it right to him, overthrowing his intended target, setting up the Demons. I guess you call it 1st and goal here from the 10.
Sure is. They need a full 10 yards, though, to get into the end zone. It's been rare. We've seen Sutton kind of beat that off. He was so on point last week against Fargo Shanley. But the Demons, that double fullback look. They'll hand off to Petron. Gunville blowing up another play for Minot. Flag is out.
Great job by Gunville again from that linebacker position. We do have a penalty.
Look at the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. During the tackle, so 2 penalties, both against Bismarck. Only 1 is accepted. The holding is declined. And the illegal block below the waist will be accepted. That is a 15-yard penalty, making this 1st and goal from the 25.
Yeah, it's been a story of this first half. It's been the field position. Bismarck been in such control, set up in 1st and goal opportunity, but now all the way back to the 25-yard line.
I like to joke sometimes on 1st and 15, we're playing 6-man football, but this is a little bit longer than that. 1st and 25. For BHS. Handoff. Petron bursts through the line of scrimmage and back inside the Surf Pro red zone. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Surf Pro. Clock running inside of 8 minutes in the first half. And it looks like the Demons going to bring in 2 fullbacks, even 19 yards away. I was just going to bring in 2 tight ends. Offset and the pistol. Stottinger now the tailback. He'll get a carry on this drive. Deegan Stottinger picks up speed at the 15 and is flipped over at the 10 by Tariq Bell. 3rd and goal.
Great job there. That heavier look. They decide to go to that. On a 2nd goal from the 19, but you pick up 8, getting you into a more manageable 3rd and goal here from about the 10-yard line.
Well, it's been run for Bismarck High here on this goal-to-go situation, even backed up to the 25-yard line. And another First International Bank and Trust timeout will be called by Mark Gibson and the Bismarck Demons. So we'll hear from them during this timeout on the PSP Network.
This page is in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Back with WDA football on the PSP network. Bismarck High on the road and in the lead, 14-0 over Minot High. Last win for BHS against Minot and in this stadium, 2020.
Kind of hard to believe the amount of success Bismarck High has had against Minot over these years. And we haven't even had an offensive touchdown yet in this game, Owen.
Yes,
we've
yes,
got
we
a
have.
big
Petron,
I'm sorry. I've written down special teams. Everything I've written down seems like special teams and defense related.
Quarterback keeper, Bondley slipped, and that allowed Alexander to catch up. 4th down and goal. The Demons do have a pretty capable field goal kicker in Haberlock. And they are going to bring on the specialists for a field goal try. The wind sort of at their backs and blowing towards the north, or sorry, the kind of northwest direction.
I like to call it, try and extend this to a 3-possession game here in this first half.
Haberlock from 27. Another good operation, but it's blocked. Returnable by Minot. Ludwig will take it to the 10-yard line. There's players down for the Magi. I think they collided on the block. It was Schindler and Pilata. Just an odd play in general, but the Demons stay off the scoreboard there.
You saw that on the extra point, Owen. Schindler and Pilata both kind of jumped it. They read the snap. They got off so well on this field goal attempt, too. It looks like they may have been offsides, but it ends up being a blocked field goal and turnover to Minot High.
Returning that field goal kind of hurts Minot here.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think the rule is if you miss a field goal inside the red zone, the other team gets it at the 20. Instead, Ludwig returns, and they'll start at the 9.
Not a rule you see often in high school football there, but
we stay 14-0. Magi take over with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Screen pass out to Bell. He is hammered on the sideline. Stottinger with that extra hit at the end. Both get up, and we'll play on.
And you see it, Stottinger closing that one out. Declan Sims, I believe, on the play too.
The Demons have sent a couple messages with these hits today, both in the backfield to Blake Anderson and these wide receivers once they've gotten a chance to catch the football.
It is swarming around. They are fast. They finish their tackles. One of the best tackling teams I've seen in the state of North Dakota.
It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Minot. Still at their own 13-yard line. Handoff to Anderson. Does he have some space this time? He does. A 1st down and out to the 40, still on his feet, and then limping out of bounds is Blake Anderson. A great run, but then looks like that injury maybe sprung up again.
He's running to the sideline here. A gain of about 24 yards on the play. He is getting some water. It appears to be okay. You just wonder maybe if it's a hamstring issue of some sort, but big 1st down for Minot High.
Well, that injury was to his left ankle that sidelined him last week against the Deacons. Took him out of the kicking game this week as well for Minot. I'll try and run with Jalen Gunville, who acted as the starting running back a week ago. And one of his better performances in the backfield then. Here he gets 2 yards.
It's a big drive, Owen. I know it's got a lot of game left, but we're sitting at about that 5-minute mark. Bismarck had that opportunity to extend it to 17. Now Minot High with the football, trying to dip into this lead of Bismarck.
I think Coach Gibson will tell you, taking over at the 10, that's a chance to take a 21-point lead right there.
Absolutely.
Magi still have hardly crossed midfield today. Sutton throws on the run. Coming back to it was Bell. That's a catch and a gain of 9 when they needed 8. First down, Minot.
Great job by Sutton. Sutton's throwing that ball when Bell's not even out of his route there, not even looking. Bell does a good job coming back to it, securing it. First down, Minot High.
Magi hustle up to the line. They do have 2 timeouts left. Just 5 minutes in the first half remain. Run by Tegan Schindler, tracked down from behind. That was Ehrlich again. Actually, take that back, Caden Sather.
And you've seen it kind of besides that 24-yard run by Blake Anderson, Bismarck High, winning the battle up front, eliminating a lot of the running game here by Minot High in this first half.
Still Anderson on the sideline. They'll roll with Schindler as the running back here. 3 receivers set, 2 to the right, 1 to the left of Sutton on second down and 9. Quick throw to Bell. Again, a little bit off target. It was a dangerous way to lead Bell as well. Third down and long for the Magi.
Yeah, Sutton just, the accuracy just not there in this first half. Like you said, leading Bell a little too far on that one, on that quick hitter.
Get the play call from Coach Hendershot. Taking some extra time here. Got a 3 safety look from the Demons, protecting everything downfield. So Sutton will keep. Tripped up, spins out of a tackle in the backfield. Needs to do it about 4 more times, and eventually the Demons will swarm to the football and pick up a big tackle for loss. 4th down and another punt coming up for the Magi.
Number 4 was Brennan Greff there, cleaning that one up. The pursuit continues by this Demon defense. Terrific first half played by Coach Gibson's defensive side of the ball here, the defense for Bismarck High.
4th down and 12, and a punt indeed for Minot. Bismarck High realizes, I'll put a man back to return this. Punt angles towards the sideline and bounces out of bounds at the BHS 31. Again, coming up shortly, our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. Your home renovation specialist in the Magic City. If you're putting off the basement, kitchen, bathroom, or any interior renovation, now is the time to book your free estimate with MHI. Mention PSP Network and get up to 10% off on your project's invoice. Call Drew now at 701-721-4612 or head to moonlighthomeimprovement.com. First half scoring summary, news and notes, and look at the out-of-town scoreboard as well in our halftime show. First down run for Bismarck High. 9 yards for Deegan Staudinger. Now, Mark Gibson's been around the block. He's probably talked to broadcasters plenty of times. Didn't spill any of the plan today. I asked him, were we getting back to running the football, or is that 90% pass happening again? I guess we'll find out, but I think the Demons got to be happy with the run game they've established.
Yeah, it's between the tackles here in this first half, it's been Staudinger getting loose a couple times. I'd like to see maybe take a little shot play for Weston Scott here before the half.
Oh, there's a nice dive to the tailback. Carter Petron, first down, Demons. Clock will stop momentarily at 2:39. Restart as they set sticks. Demons had just 67 rushing yards last week against Fargo Davies. I think that's 63. Goes Petron again, shorter this time. They were outgained on the ground by 334 yards to Fargo Davies. Any team run first, pass first, that's just not a great recipe for success.
You've seen it. I've talked about the rushing statistics in these 3A competitions in these games. I believe the 1 week Legacy had 408, Davies had 363. They combined for over 700 rushing yards in one football game.
Second down and 7 for the Demons. Scott, the man in motion, stops in the slot to the near side. Bondley Play action, they'll throw it back to the fake. Deegan Stottinger wide open. Stottinger on the run to the 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Demons.
All set up with the run game. It's the play action game. Monley, nice find. The Stottinger 52 yards later makes it 20-0. All Demons in the first half.
The explosive plays going to the Demons. As we pointed out in the pregame show, it's what Minot needed to limit and find a few of their own. It has been totally opposite, though, in the first 2 quarters this evening. Haberlock with his 3rd extra point try. This time he gets it clear over the line and through the uprights. 21-0 Bismarck on the PNC National Bank scoreboard. Just a minute 28 left in the second quarter. You're watching 3A football on the PSP Network.
Over 60 years combined experience in the field. Not only are we writing estimates, talking with customers, we're in the shop working alongside of our team members.
I've always had a very strong passion for repairing vehicles. I've been doing it since I've been in high school, and I've always enjoyed seeing the vehicle repaired back to the original conditions.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve the Bismarck-Mandan community for the last 7 years. We look forward to expanding into our new addition to better serve our customers, Centennial Collision and Paint.
After missing out on points on their last Serve Pro Red Zone possession, the Demons do get a touchdown before the break. 52-yard touchdown pass from Bondley to Deegan Stottinger. 21-0. Haberlock with the kickoff. This one's up in the air, and Corbin Kraft will let it bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Presenting our Friday night of football, 5 games on the PSP Network, is Bones Barbecue, a true North Dakota original created and bottled right here in North Dakota. The premium barbecue sauce is perfect on anything from ribs to burgers to vegetables. Find it today at your local grocery store, Cashwise Marketplace, and Family Fare. I'm not even going to do that, Bryce. It might be good. I'm not doing that.
Sounds good. I love barbecue sauce. Like you said, throw it on the burger, throw it on the ribs, maybe a little corn, asparagus. Try it all, O&P.
First down, another rollout by Sutton. High Lundeen, Pilata, I don't think he landed in bounds. Incomplete.
That's a great effort there. Pilata just got to get the 1 foot down, unable to do so.
Well, the clock does stop for Minot. They have 2 timeouts and a minute 21, so a good chance to drive down and get the 0 off the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Ryder Sutton will be their field goal kicker tonight. His range probably anywhere inside 30. Anderson, about 5 Bismarck High Demons around him, will pick up 8 yards.
Good to see Anderson back in the game there. Appeared to be hobbled there shortly, but back in the backfield for Minot High, setting up 3rd and short.
Bringing the 2 side end set on 3rd down and 2. Clock running for the Magi. They will get the ball to start the second half. Another run for Anderson, and he's kind of tripped up by the turf there. Trying to wait for those blocks to set up, but Demons got the push.
Interested to see if Bismarck High would maybe spend a timeout here, but they're going to, as soon as I say it,
There is a timeout on the field. Who is it by? It was by the Demons. That is their final timeout of the first half, so they will get the ball with, right now, 25 seconds left. You could imagine Minot's going to punt to try and avoid any further disaster. 2 interceptions already in the first half, one of them a pick 6.
Yeah, that's been the story. It's been field position. The special teams play of Bismarck High has been huge. Obviously, they get the big pick 6. It's just no offensive rhythm in this first half on the Minot High side.
Demons can also kind of talk about their punt return. They're going to put time back on the clock. 33 seconds. 32 seconds remain in the first half of the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Still no returner deep for the Demons. And Sutton will boot it away. High in the air, not very far though. A bounce at the 47, and will be down on the opposite 47-yard line. Clock ticks all the way down to 19. Demons haven't necessarily been a quick strike team to go 53 yards in 19 seconds, but their last offensive play, a 52-yard touchdown pass.
I like to see them. They've controlled this first half. The entire first half, they really have. They've owned this game. Maybe try and take a shot. You've got that. I know the wind just went down. You got the wind at your back. Maybe try and get something to Weston Scott here. Maybe get him out of bounds. Maybe get a chance at 3 before the first half.
Yeah, they do have the luxury of the field goal kicker. Even though the last one was blocked, they're going to give Haberlock another chance for sure tonight. Boyd, second motion man for the Demons. Going to go one-on-one to Scott and overshot him. That was what you just called, Bryce.
You've seen it, Owen. You see the motion there set up, seeing if anyone's going to go with the motion man there. They knew they had that single coverage there. Scott and Bell, advantage Bell on that play.
Only takes 5 seconds away from the Demons there. 2nd and 10 from their own 47. Now Scott is on the sideline. And the kneel down put into effect here by the Demons to wrap up second quarter. Finally will drop to the turf, and BHS, even though they again don't get points on that last drive, still got to be real happy. With a 2-game losing streak coming into town today against a real hungry Minot team, they go into the halftime with a 21-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show is next.
Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. ESP Network, it's game day.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
If you're in the Minot area and looking for a rental, start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town: apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Welcome into the Moonlight Home Improvement Halftime Show, your home renovation specialist in the Magic City. If you've been putting off the basement, kitchen, bathroom, or any interior renovation, now is the time to book your free estimate with MHI. Mention PSP Network and get up to 10% off on your project's invoice. Call Drew now at 701-721-4612. Check that, don't call him right now. He's running camera for us. Or head to MoonlightHomeImprovement.com. At the half of the BNC National Bank scoreboard, Bismarck High 21, Minot 0. Bryce, what all went right for the Demons there in the first half?
I know I've said it how many times in the first half, the punting. I know it seems like nobody's punting this day and age in the football. You've seen it at all levels, but the punter, the field position was the key to the first half. Winning the field position, you get the defensive score by Declan Sims off the deflection. He intercepts it after that, takes it to the house. Pretty much everything going right on the road for Bismarck High.
How about a look at that first half scoring summary?
I'm going to start the 7:50 mark of the first quarter. Our scoring got kicked off. Petron, 8-yard run, extra point good. 7-0 Demons at that point. And I just talked about it. Declan Sims, the 10-yard deflection to himself, interception to the house. Made it 13-0 extra point. Tacked on 14-0 Demons at that point. Then it's the play action pass set up by the terrific running game in this first half. Bonley to Staudinger, 52 yards later. Extra point good. That was at the 1:28 mark of the second quarter. Gets us to at the half. Bismarck High 21, Minot High 0.
Looking at some adjustments maybe for the Magi in the second half of today's game. Not much happened on offense. A few incompletions that we didn't see a week ago at Shanley. There went the explosive plays. Anderson just, every time he kind of gets the ball, it seems that ankle kind of hurts more and more. It seems as though the Magi kind of trying to save this from going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's been the inefficiency of running the ball on first and second down, just setting yourself up in third and long, not converting on their third long opportunities. And you said it, some of the accuracy issues of Sutton in this first half, as you saw it when he airmailed that throw where it was intercepted there by Garrett Randolph, setting the Demons up position. Got to get Sutton outside the pocket, creating some big plays here in the second half if you're Minot High.
When we come back in the Moonlight Home Improvement Halftime Show, a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Right here, though, in Minot, it's the visiting Bismarck Demons looking for their first win against the Magi in 5 years, up 21-0. Keep it right here on the PSP Network. Special things to come tonight from Minot.
Approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
And engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
For a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Yep.
Back in the Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show on the PSP Network. Our score, Demons 21, Magicians nothing. Bryce, already a game about to go final on the PSP Network from Bismarck.
Yeah, how about Century? All Century tonight versus Mandan. Number 5 team in the state. Winding down in the third quarter, almost the start of the fourth. Century 31, Mandan 0. West Fargo Horace looking terrific tonight as well, up 48-7. Fargo Davies up 30-20 over Cheyenne. How about Williston? It was 6-0 at one point over Legacy. All Legacy now, 28 straight for Legacy, making it 28-6 in that ball game. Shanley up already in the fourth quarter on that one. Shanley 36, West Fargo 21. On the AA side, all Minot North tonight in the capital city at St. Mary's. Minot North, 28. Bismarck St. Mary's 0.
And single A, of course, on the PSP Network tonight. Des Lacs Burlington at Bishop Bryan. It's the Lakers in the lead. Was it 16-8 at the break?
16-8 at the half. Bishop Bryan did score to cut into the deficit of that one.
And hey, we had all the fun a couple weeks ago being the 8 p.m. start North Dakota. People going to bed watching our games up in Minot. Well, Dickinson in the Mountain Time Zone, the 8 p.m. Central start, 7 p.m. local against Watford City. You can catch that game, which just kicked off right now, elsewhere on the PSP Network. Of course, the homecoming court just introduced here to the crowd at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Blake Anderson, the king, right there. But the Hall of Fame inductees for this year, a lot. A couple teams were inducted as well. Here's the individuals, some star basketball players, as you would imagine. Really a lot of sports put together. Some swimming stars, soccer, hockey, you name it. Friend of the PSP Network, Holly Johnson, goes into the Minot High Hall of Fame. And folks, you are not going to want to miss it. After the break, we'll be joined in the broadcast booth by Mr. Basketball 1999 and Minot High Hall of Famer Jeff Brandt as our third quarter begins. This has been the Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show on the PSP Network.
Learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
spas, etc., Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance hot tubs, and Michael Phelps swim spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
And with that, we welcome you into the broadcast booth at Dwayne Carlson Stadium, joined by the new Hall of Fame inductee of Minot High School, class of 1999, Jeff Brandt. Thank you for taking some time to spend with us here on the Moonlight Home Improvement Halftime Show.
Thanks for having me. It's awesome to be here.
Well, obviously, we know that basketball is kind of the name of your game, Mr. Basketball, back in '99. Take any time in there to maybe try football for once?
Very early on. I was, as a 6'5", 160-pound person, football wasn't my game.
Jeff, there's too many things I want to ask you. I've known you a long time. I figure I have to go basketball related on a couple things. Best defender that you remember that you went up against in your high school time at Minot High?
It was probably my senior year. I'd have to. Bismarck High defended us really well. I mean, they were physical, and I couldn't name really any one guy. I didn't really worry about the defender too much. I just worried about what we were supposed to do. And it was funny because you put a smaller guy on me, I'd go inside. You put a bigger guy on me, I'd take him outside. So it just didn't really matter who it was. Derek Black from Devil's Lake was always good. He's kind of looked at it as a defensive stopper. But, I just wanted to play. I didn't really care who it was against.
This is kind of a trend. You see this. How about Mount Rushmore? I know this is hard. So many guys that have come through this magician program. Give me your Mount Rushmore, Minot High basketball.
Oh, man. I feel Kenny Younger's on there.
Yes.
Bart Manson's on there.
Yes.
There's 4 Mr. Basketballs from Minot High, so I hate to throw – you got to throw Dissett on there. He's Mr. Basketball, too. And then I guess I was the other Mr. Basketball. You hate to throw yourself on there, but with 4 Mr. Basketballs and 4 heads on Mount Rushmore, I'm sure I'll throw myself.
There you go.
Well, there's the second half kickoff. Minot will start on offense here in the third quarter, down 21-0. I think you're going to fit in if you ever go into the broadcast career because you came prepared and just answered my trivia question, which is kind of a staple of a Bryce and I broadcast. That was the question right there, and you just answered it. So
I am a connoisseur of Minot High basketball.
All right, I figured it'd be an easy one.
I'm going to go one more question then. How the Mavericks? You're embracing. You're out in Dickinson. Just talk about the transition and just being the Mavericks now. How exciting are things going in out in Dickinson area?
It's been awesome. The community has embraced it. The student body has embraced it. We kind of settled on one shade of orange. It's that Texas orange, that burnt orange color. And so between the color and the name, there's a lot of school pride right now, and it's. We want to embrace the history that the midget name had in Dickinson, but at the same time move forward with a new sense of pride. And it's been fun to see the student sections at games embrace it and crowd embrace it too.
Pass interference on that last play, an automatic first down for Minot. They'll hand off to Tegan Schindler. No Anderson on the field to start this second half in the backfield. Schindler, a gain of 11, brings up another first down for Minot, starting to move the ball. For one of the first times today. Back in Minot, what kind of honor is it to go into a Hall of Fame like that?
Well, it's not just an honor for me, but I think it represents what my family did for me and my coaches and my teammates and everything. So it's a recognition of what I did, but really it's a recognition of what people have done for me. And it'll be cool at the induction tomorrow. You don't get many opportunities to publicly thank the people who have been responsible for the things that have gone on in your life, and that's a rare opportunity, and I'm excited to do that tomorrow and recognize the people that had a major influence on my life.
Joined in the booth here by Jeff Brandt, Minot High Hall of Fame inductee earlier today. This is second down and 12 for the Magi on their own 45-yard line. Sutton will sprint out, pressured right away. He's going to tuck it and run towards the sideline. Across the 50, it'll be third down and medium here for the Magi.
Before we let you go, Jeff, I know this weekend's all about you, but I got to bring up the state championship. I saw you at the Civic Center when your brother, Tim Brandt, Cheyenne, captured that moment. I just saw your reaction, how special it was. Can you talk about that a little bit, just watching your little bro in a position like that and achieving a milestone like that?
It probably meant more to me to see him win than almost when we won it as a player. And that weekend was really special for a lot of reasons, but for them to win a state championship, or for Timmy to win a state championship as a coach, the same weekend that my 99 team was being honored or recognized for our 25-year reunion. I don't know that something like that will ever happen again. And so it was really special to see the culmination of his work pay off in a team championship like that. Really special.
Another first down picked up by the Magi on the offense. Seems to be cutting into the Bismarck defense even without Blake Anderson as their running back in this second half. Roll out and a pass high. Missing Spragues. Well, Jeff, we thank you for taking some time out of a very busy weekend up here in Minot to join us in the PSP broadcast booth.
Thanks, man. It's good to see you guys. I appreciate the opportunity.
You bet. Thanks for coming. Congratulations. 19. It seems like a long time ago, but just a success. It was, and I just remember going to those games, and it's just something special watching Jeff Brandt shoot the basketball. You thought everything was going to go in. Go enjoy the time with your family, your friends. You deserve it, and enjoy the weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
All right. Back to the football we go here in the third quarter. Third down again for the Magi. They've been pretty successful, Bryce, here to open this third quarter, keeping the drive alive. Already a third down conversion.
Yeah, you see Schindler there had that big run. Then you get the penalty. You're in the Bismarck territory here. Really feel like points are needed on this drive if you're Minot High tries to cut into this deficit right away here in the second half.
In the Demon territory at the 41. Two receivers right, one to the left. Still Schindler, the running back. A fake it to him. Sutton got to make a quick move in the pocket. Now gets out. Launches downfield through the hands and out of bounds anyway. Looking for Tariq Bell. Here comes fourth down. Down 3 scores. You honestly feel like Minot really needs a momentum play.
Absolutely. You're in 4-down territory here. I'm going to highlight this guy. Circle him on my sheet. Garrett Randolph has been terrific in the back end, in the secondary for this Demons team.
Fourth down and 9. The Demon defense for a giant stop here. Keep that shutout intact here in Minot. Pilata and Bell, the receivers to the near side. It's Ludwig all alone on the left. Snap back to Sutton. Evaluating down the field. He's going to run on 4th and 9. He's going to juke at the line to gain and get there. Inside the 30 and pumped out of bounds at the 25-yard line. First down, Minot.
And there you see it, what makes him so special. His ability to improvise, use his feet. A few juke moves. Huge first down for Minot High. Huge 4th down conversion.
We did not see a drive like this in the first half for Minot. It was majority 3 and outs. They did. It was maybe one pass play to give them a change of downs, but this one sustained to open up the second half. Already nearly 3 minutes gone by. Another pass play. Sutton over the middle. Ludwig didn't know he was getting it and then gets decked. Dangerous ball there for Minot High. And Ludwig stays down.
Yeah, that's very dangerous play as Ludwig's back on his feet. I think Minot High's going to argue defenseless receiver on that play.
Yeah, you saw it right there on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Brennan Greff never really had his head turned to the ball. He didn't know that one was really going by Ludwig. At the same time, Ludwig's route had stopped so early.
Yeah, he did stop on that route. And Let's hope he's okay. He's slowly walking to the sideline here. They're probably going to check him out.
That's a blow to Minot High's passing game. He was the receiving yards leader last week against Shanley. 2nd down and 10, still at the 26. Sutton heaves one towards the end zone, and Pallotta, good play on the ball defensively by Garrett Randolph. It'll be 3rd down.
It's been Randolph. He's been on an island at single coverage all night tonight. Been terrific. 3rd and long here for the Magi. Just nothing, these big explosive plays that we've seen these last few weeks from Minot High and what they've been able to do, just not the case tonight here.
Well, here comes another 3rd down and long conversion attempt for the Magi at 3rd down and 10. At the Demon 26-yard line, probably still out of Sutton's field goal range. He will run again, chase from behind, another juke move and a spin. 1st down, Minot High.
Hitting the spin cycle, the spin move by Sutton. Once again, with his feet, picking up another big 1st down.
He ran ahead for the 1st down on 4th and 9 earlier. There, converts a 3rd and 10. Magi into the Serve Pro red zone for the first time tonight. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Ludwig back in the game. Still no Anderson, though. Alone in the backfield, they're going to let Sutton run. Ryder Sutton right through the offensive line. A solid gain there of about 6 yards to the 8-yard line.
We wondered about the running game, who would step up. It's been the quarterback. It's been Ryder Sutton here in this 3rd quarter. His ability to use his feet, you've seen it. It's been on full display. Very effective on this opening drive.
Well, that's kind of what it's been all season long. Sutton has been the real consistent ball carrier for the Magi this year. It's close to 300 rushing yards already this season. 2nd down and medium. Drop back. Open man in the middle of the field. It's Spraggs. Can he get ahead? I think that extra hit might have helped. They're going to mark him down at the 1. It's a 1st down for Minot.
I actually believe it was Pallotta that made the catch there. Sitting down in that zone. Minot going to go quick here.
It was Pallotta indeed. A sneak, but a flag. The ruling is a touchdown. We'll check the penalty marker.
I don't know if Minot High got set on that play, Owen. I think they got Ludwig not on the line of scrimmage there.
Minot's already celebrating illegal substitution, I believe it was. I'm not really sure. I just saw a lot of Minot celebrating and a touchdown signal from the referee.
How about that opening drive here of this 2nd half for Minot High? Ends up with a 1-yard sneak from Sutton.
He'll do the PAT kicking as well. Near block by the Demons, but the extra point is good. 7 minutes, 32 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Bismarck High 21, Minot 7 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
To introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
They know you're busy. That's why when you visit, that's why they'll make managing your money easy. With locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona, visit BNC National Bank online at bnc.bank. Thank you for joining us today on the PSP Network. So subscribe if you like what you're seeing here on the YouTube side of things. Also follow at Network PSP on all socials. Another award handed out for Player Performance of the Week, brought to you by the Aggie Foundation, and it goes to an Aggie. Cooper Kittleson of Velvet Drake Animus Garrison last week.
Yeah, congratulations to Cooper Kittleson. We all know the role he's in this season, following the big footsteps of Ben Shep and the success he had out in Velva. Cooper's had a great year for Velva, number 3 ranked team in Class A football.
Kickoff will be returned by the Demons, and Deegan Staudinger has some room. A nice return up past the 35-yard line. Learn more about the Aggie Foundation's charitable work at aggiefoundation.com. Minot State University also helps you to bring that Aggie Foundation Player Performance of the Week. Be seen to be heard, be you at MSU. That's Minot State University. Well, Bismarck High, they had to wait a while. An entire scoring drive of 4.5 minutes by Minot High, but their offense is back out there looking to stretch the lead again.
Yeah, you've seen their ability to run the football between the tackles. The majority of the time it was Staudinger in that first half. See if they go back to that right away.
Handoff, it is Staudinger to the right side, spins right into another tackle. It will be a gain of 4 for the Demons. PHS in the middle of a 3-game road trip, essentially in the very middle part of the season. They were in Fargo last week, at Minot today, and then they'll go to Mandan. 3 true road games for those Bismarck teams. Sometimes it's a little odd. We're going to get to 1-1. Run play to the left, Staudinger. Tripped up by the last line of defense. James Pallotta. That's a first down for Bismarck at the 46, crossing midfield.
And there you see it. It's the patience on that run. Let those blocks develop. Then the quick burst and a huge first down into Minot High territory for the Demons.
Staudinger has been the big play machine for Bismarck High today. The 52-yard touchdown catch, the highlight so far for him. Just one receiver split out to the near side. Bondley hands off again to Staudinger. He is thrown to the ground, pursued behind again. Gunville said his name a lot defensively.
Yeah, Gunville these last few weeks really elevating his game on the defensive side. You see it, the pursuit from that linebacker position. It's been terrific tonight here versus Bismarck.
Already under 6 minutes to play, third quarter. Demons with the ball up 21-7. Get back above 500 on the 2025 campaign. This time it's Petron in the backfield. Carter Petron, a burst. A first down. And a gain of 19 yards to the 24.
Great job there. The offensive line here really owning the line of scrimmage here in this ball game. The running game's just been more effective as we go along in this game, quarter by quarter for Bismarck High.
Second look brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. At the edge of the red zone, the 24-yard line. Demons looking to trade scores with Minot to open up the third quarter today. Move Schlobaum to the right side of the formation. Petron will follow the fullback and do a little work himself. Carter Petron still running forward to the 3-yard line. Minot High, they've not found a way to bring Petron down.
Physicality of Petron there. Yards after contact continuing here for this Bismarck backfield in this third quarter.
Senior running back running angry after having to miss last week's game against Davies. He's already over 200 rushing yards this season. Again, that loaded backfield. 2 fullbacks in front of Petron. On first and goal inside the Surf Pro red zone. Bonley will give. Petron finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Demons.
You said it, Owen, the loaded backfield there. Petron following the big guys at the fullback position. It's Schlobaum, it's St. Aubin there. What an answer by Bismarck High.
I think at 6 foot 190, Petron can kind of do a lot of his own work, but it helps a ton when you've got Schlobaum, the fullback, St. Aubin, the nose tackle blocking in front of you. Flags before the PAT snap. Minot was offsides. The kick was good. And you would assume the Demons are just going to decline this. Or at the same time, as is often the case with coaches, you get that extra yard closer, maybe you go for 2 here.
Yeah, correct. You got to be thinking it here. Already.
And they are. They're going to rush a new personnel group onto the field. It's that loaded backfield look again for BHS. It worked on the touchdown run. It can work here from just a yard and a half out.
Yeah, I like that call. Like you said, a little bit closer here for Bismarck High. You saw the success from 4 yards out. Petron ending in the end zone. Let's see if they could do it here on the 2-point conversion.
2 fullbacks in front of Petron. Tight end to the left. Give to the right side, cuts back, and he's in for 2. Demons take advantage of that free yard given to them by the offsides penalty, and they lead by 22 now. 4:13 to go, third quarter, 29-7 Demons on PSP Network. Well, Bismarck High, their conference opener, a test on the road against Minot High. Looking to get to 1-0. Coach Gibson kind of referred to those first 4 games as the preseason. I like it. I almost agree.
A lot of coaches, they're trying different things. They're getting different guys involved, giving them opportunities.
The kickoff after the touchdown. Corbin Kraft will return this from his own 9. And let's give some credit for a special teams tackle to Cole Lardy.
Yeah, Cole Lardy. We said it about the first half. I can't remember seeing a team so far this season that tackles as good as these Demons do. They fly around, multiple guys ending at the ball all the time. Terrific defensive effort here tonight.
Davies was pretty solid in week 1. I know you weren't out there for that, but yeah, I'd agree. Bismarck High probably moves into first place. 1st and 10 Magi. They get that touchdown on the board to open up the second half, but Demons actually able to grow their lead to a game-high 22. That's another incomplete pass to Ludwig. It's not the same juice in the passing game as there was last week against Shanley. Over 360 passing yards last week, Bryce.
You see it. They've elected to go with a lot of these quick hitters on first down, and the accuracy on the throws have not been there tonight.
Just 4 minutes left, quarter number 3. Run by Jalen Gunville will gain 3 yards. Obviously, the Gunville name, probably more familiar with the basketball side, but they've got some football players in there as well. Third down and 8 for Minot. It'll be a pass and a long one. Looking for Pilata. Just great coverage. I mean, we're talking Sport Clips MVP kind of coverage tonight from Garrett Randolph, the junior.
I've said his name a number of times. They've elected to attack him. He's been there in that one-on-one coverage. You see the safety come over, a little help there on that one, but Randolph has been terrific in this ball game for Bismarck High.
Well, decision for Minot. Is it still early enough to punt? It it seems that is the case. It's only 3 scores. They had, it seemed like, 4 possessions in the first quarter alone. Still moving some players around. Play clock down to 1. They do get it off. Sutton just a high punt. It's only going to travel about 12 yards. The bounce will roll it forward to the 41. This is easy math for me to do. A net punt of 19 for Ryder Sutton.
And the special teams, the importance. It's every phase of the game. We talk about it, all 3 levels in these ball games. So important. And Bismarck High really taking advantage on the special team side tonight in this ball game.
I feel like the Demons here, before the third quarter even ends, with the field position they're going to take over here, can almost put this one away with a touchdown.
Yeah, their ability to run the football between the tackles, we talked about it. Petron has been going. Staudinger has been going.
How about double fullback for the 41? They found a play that works, Bryce.
See the fullback get involved, maybe get a carry.
Just about. It's Carter Petron behind the convoy. St. Aubin and Schlobaum. 2 yards there. Call the offense for Bismarck High 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's been more cloud of dust than 3 yards today.
I want to see St. Aubin. We got to see him get a carry in this one. Coach Gibson, I know he can't hear us, but hey, get the big guy. Give him a chance. All 260 pounds, a senior, Kobe St. Aubin.
Well, he does remain in the game. Same formation. Conley takes his time going under center. 2 on the play clock. There'll be a pass. Had the tight end open down the field, but Bondley, some action there in the backfield, had to tuck it and run. The 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 for Bismarck High. 3rd and 7.
You're right, Owen. He missed him. He had Parker Gabriel right away, the tight end in the middle of the field on that play action look, kind of that crossing route. Didn't see him.
Well, the Demons will tell you the double fullback play never fails. The tight end release never fails. That's true. Clock stops at 2:25. Minot High's got to find, there's 2 receivers to the near side. Ludwig still communicating. They'll throw the screen out to Staudinger again. Bismarck had numbers, as I just mentioned, and this is going to be a big play. Staudinger inside the 20. 1st down, a gain of 18. It's just a numbers game there.
Great play call there. Staudinger in space. Big 1st down, going to keep the chains moving on this drive for Bismarck High.
Into the Serve Pro red zone. They've been there a lot lately. 24/7 emergency service. It's Serve Pro. Bring in the double fullbacks again. Just not on the passing downs. Give to Petron with room. A good block to spring it from St. Aubin, and he's going to be wrestled down at the 9. Oh, and out after the play flags into the end zone.
Yeah, they're going to get Tucker Nelson. A little extracurricular there, threw a demon to the ground after the play. It's going to be a personal foul on number 55 of the defense.
Wasn't sportsmanlike.
You see it, Owen, that's just a frustration penalty is what that is. It's really struggled to slow down the run game there.
They get it staring down an 0-5 start. Nothing appealing about it. Well, for Minot High, I mean, really qualification to the playoffs only starts today. Still half a season in front of the Magi. Petron the run, Petron the touchdown. Number 3 on the night.
Once again, it's the heavy set. We've seen it here all in this second half, especially Petron. 3 touchdowns on the evening.
He's another nominee for that Sport Clips MVP award we'll hand out in our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads post-game show. Still a whole quarter plus to go till we get there, but Bismarck High already starting to put the finishing touches on a road win. Here's the PAT by Haberlock. It's up and it is good. He's perfect. 4 for 4 on PATs today. It's 36-7 Demons on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. You're watching 3A football on the PSP Network.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control, but what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Today's broadcast of high school football on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by BSN. They create exclusive personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs. From custom equipment, uniforms, and coaches apparel to fan wear, branding, and more. They do it all. Contact your local BSN sales pro today in Western North Dakota. 36-7, Bismarck High in the lead. 2 second-half drives and 2 second-half touchdowns for them. All thanks to Carter Petron and the fullbacks in front of him.
Yeah, the running game really clicking here for the Demons, controlling the second half.
A kick return by Corbin Kraft. Pretty talented wrestler in the winter sports season. First down for Minot, starting at their own 23-yard line. Rice have been looking around on the sideline. And I don't even, Blake Anderson kind of just in the back, and just finding him now, but he has not been on the field at all in the third quarter.
Yeah, we knew he wasn't 100% with that ankle injury coming into this ball game. It's been very limited, the amount of snaps he has played. Limiting the running game here for Minot High.
First down pass from Sutton. Throws to Pilata, picked off. Running the other way to the 10-yard line, Jax Heck. Third interception by the Bismarck defense today.
How about a guy playing a cornerback position wearing number 80? You just never see it. But you see on that coverage on the back end, it's passing it. Passing that guy off, Jax Heck, jumping that one. Another turnover right back in business are the Demons.
Cornerback wearing 80 means he's got good hands, right?
It's got to be. You're wearing number 80 back there. I mean, everyone.
Jerry Rice of the defensive backs.
You're seeing guys wear all sorts of numbers now. 0's so popular. You got defenders wearing number 1. You got,
No flags on the play, so it'll be first down and goal for Bismarck High. Their third quarter possession. Off the pick, here goes Staudinger, and Deegan Staudinger ends that drive just as quickly as it started. 10-yard touchdown run. It's 42-7 Demons.
And it's the heavy set. I'm telling you, Owen, there's no better feeling than knowing you can run the football every down. The other and the defending team cannot stop you. Staudinger, 10 yards out, adding to the lead.
Here comes Haberlock again for the extra point. And another one good. A 22-point third quarter for the Demons. There's still 48 seconds to go in it. We're going to have a running clock the rest of the night until Minot can find the board again.
Deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
A 5-game slate of high school football in the PSP Network today, brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce and also Farstead Oil. Contact Farstead Oil today to find out how their skilled sales team can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, and western Minnesota since 1938 and committed to outstanding customer service and reliability. It's Farstead Oil. Third quarter coming to a close here in Minot, but Bismarck High has found the board a couple times already in this period. 22 points since the break. Kick return by Kraft. He'll maneuver his way to the 20, essentially a touchback for the Magi. Well, Ryder Sutton today, kind of a step-back performance in that Shanley game. It's going to happen, though, to sophomores in their first year as a starting quarterback. No touchdowns, 3 picks.
You've seen some glimpses in this third quarter, really using his feet on that opening drive, getting points on that. It's just been the accuracy issues. It hasn't been there tonight for Ryder Sutton.
New running back with him. It's Cullen Cisco. He'll get the carry. Cisco, hard running for 7 yards. 1 carry last week against the Deacons of Fargo Shanley. He's back in action tonight. Looks like Minot might run this one down to the fourth quarter. They don't have to snap it. Down 43-7. Start of the third quarter so strong with that touchdown, make it a 2-score game, and now you're going to the fourth down 36. So they will not break the huddle. 3, 2, and 1. And we've got the fourth quarter next on the PSP Network. Demons 43, Magicians 7. Bismarck searching for their first win against Minot in 5 seasons.
Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Quickly back into the fourth quarter. Again, we've got running clock for these last 12 minutes unless Minot can bring this within a 30-point difference. It's at 36 right now. Bismarck High leading. Remember, after the final whistle of the planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show. Shots Crossroads postgame headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. First play of the fourth quarter. Another run by Cisco, going to give him a first down.
Oh, and you were a late night visitor. Well, we should call it early morning visitor to Shots Crossroads after our trip to Fargo last Friday.
We made a bet, and I didn't lose it.
It had to be about 3 a.m. You rolled had your breakfast, dinner, whatever you want to call it.
Not even sure what to call it that. First down and 10 for the Magi at the 33. Still running with Cisco. Well, for Bismarck High next week on the road against Mandan, a team that kind of got handled tonight by Bismarck Century, an opportunity to get to 2-0 before you take on Legacy. Obviously can't look past next Friday, but for the Demons, the improvements that needed to be made after the last 2 weeks against Shanley and Davies, finding your footing in the running game, they found it today, and I think that's going to lead to a lot of success for the last 4 weeks of the season.
And finding it at the right time. On the road here, a team Minot you haven't beat. We talked about it. It's been a few years. 2020, last time you defeated the Magi. A lot of things to like if you're Coach Gibson tonight. We talked about it. All 3 phases of the game dominated by Bismarck tonight.
Yeah, after that 42-13 loss last week to Davies, kind of hang your heads going into Minot. It just wasn't a nice day, especially out there on the road in Fargo for BHS, but a really good rebound tonight. Cisco will take that handoff away from Ryder Sutton, and he will fall forward for a yard. A couple reserves in defensively for the Demons. Make the stop.
Right in the middle of it, number 45, Kobe at the defensive tackle position. Talked about they struggled, Owen, to stop the run last week.
Yes.
They have a lot of success. That defensive line's been terrific tonight.
Yeah, just about everybody will give up 400 rushing yards to Davies. I mean, that's just being honest.
And a lot of good football teams have already this season.
2nd and 9, Sutton in the gun. One receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Steady dose of Cullen Cisco right now as we begin the 4th quarter. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Maybe they try and air one out. Some of these backup receivers they've got in. The senior Kaysen Mello on the field. So is Taylor Lundeen, senior class.
Give us a little update. Just a couple minutes left. Minot North 28, St. Mary 0. So Minot North's perfect season going to continue on the road tonight. I know you're supposed to ask me the questions, Owen.
Catch by Taylor Lundeen.
Why is nobody talking about Kindred? Seems like Kindred just kind of, I feel like they're just flying under the radar in AA. It's talking about Minot North. I've heard a lot of talk about Cass. People are talking about Central, another big win. I feel like Kindred just kind of sitting there, kind of getting a little disrespected in 2A.
You know, I mean, they're the new team. I think
yeah.
they're going to find themselves behind Minot North until the Sentinels lose. What I think the best case scenario is it's just a collision course to the Dakota Bowl. There's a chance we get undefeated teams there in the title. Cisco, a nice run after Minot picked up that 1st down and pass complete to Taylor Lundeen. There's a 9-yard run by Cisco. Keep the ball moving forward for the Magi offense.
I like this kid, Cullen Hughes. Cisco making the most of his opportunities tonight here on homecoming.
He's going to get a breather. Clock down to 8 minutes in the 4th quarter. Minot with the ball down 43-7. To receiving votes, Bismarck High. New ball carrier for Minot. Sean Dix in the run. 1st down at the 26-yard line. So you talk a little 2A bracketology
I'm
there.
talking a little bit.
I like that. That's kind of the first time I've ever done that. How about some 3A bracketology, specifically the East? Shanley and Davies, the top 2 teams right now, they're going to match up. If you were to take a pick in the regular season, who's taking home that one? I think it's in 2 weeks' time when they play.
That's going to be a good one. How about the game tonight? West Fargo gave Shanley all they could handle. Shanley 36, West Fargo 28. So Shanley getting tested early their first week at number 1.
Yeah, don't overlook a team like Horace, a team like Cheyenne, the defending state champions. Upsets could happen out east.
Be interesting to just talk about 2 different styles. A team that likes to throw the ball about 40 times a game in Shanley. Then you got Davies. We know about the running game. They're only throwing about 3 to 5 passes per game. So.
Got a fumble here, Bryce. Ball carrier on the last play was Dawson Keller, and they try and go back to Sean Dix. It's a fumble recovered by Bismarck High, so a long drive for Minot High. Moving forward is going to end up in their 4th turnover tonight.
Defense coming up with another big play. I know the game appears to be well decided here. 6:35 left, but saw a lot of good things on that drive. Few different ball carriers for Minot High, but ends up in a fumble right back. Possession, that is, to Bismarck.
Demons bring in the backup QB, the senior Nick Gable. And this is going to mean they are running the football in this drive. High formation, 2 receivers to the left. Gable a give to Weston Mallow. Weston Mallow, 16 yards.
How about Mallow getting in on the fun there?
How about this? Out of all running backs, non-quarterbacks last week against Davies, it was Mallow who was the leading rusher for the Demons.
Western Mallow, the 5'8", 165-pound junior.
Inside of 6 minutes left in the ball game today. Looking at what's next for Minot High, they will go on the road to the current leaders, I guess you'd call it, in the West region, Bismarck Legacy. Fullback dive. Run by Bryson Culfell. Going to lose a yard. Minot at Legacy, you'll be at that game. I will not.
I will be there
You
next
get to
week.
experience the weapons that Legacy has in the passing game, the running game, everywhere. I mean, we're talking about Juleson and Jama.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see them in person. I've watched multiple games of theirs, and you're right. It's the air attack. It's the ground attack. It's the whole package there with Legacy. I'll be in the capital city.
Second down and 11 call for the Demons. Toss to the near side. And getting ahead for 2 yards. That was Malo again. I'll be in Jamestown. I wonder if that's the first PSP broadcast from Jamestown's football facility.
Little two-way for Owen next week.
They're going to take on the Dickinson Mavericks next week. By the way, how is Jamestown doing tonight?
Try and get us an update here.
Dickinson on the PSP Network. I'm going to be watching that on the drive home against Watford.
Devils Lake 35, Jamestown 21. About 6 minutes left in the fourth in that one.
It's going to be a big one next Friday in Jamestown. Malo the run on 3rd down and 9. Weston Malo across the 50 and still moving his way to the 41-yard line. He's next in line to take over that running back position. Petron, he's a senior. Stottinger, he's a senior. It's going to be a lot of Weston Malo next fall for Bismarck.
Also on the PSP Network, a good single-A game going on. DLB 22, Bishop Ryan 15. A little bit ways into the fourth quarter on that one. Killdeer just scored to take the lead. The number 2 team in single-A football leads 44-38 over Bowman County. Still some time left in the third quarter of that one.
Run to the right by Malo, tripped up. Cisco making plays on defense now. Ever been to Killdeer's football stadium?
I have not. I haven't been.
It's one of the better ones. It is one of the better ones in North Dakota. Second down and 5 coming up for the Demons.
It'll be really interesting how that seeding ends up. I know we have so much football left. I get it. I'm not trying to get ahead of ourselves here, but that single A is very interesting. Everyone talking about Langdon, rightfully so. And now you got Killdeer. Killdeer jumps Velva, and they're in that 2 spot. See if they can hold that.
Handoff this time to Ethan Freeze. That'll lose a yard. The running clock making this fourth quarter fly by. This is just the second possession of the quarter. Minot started with it after one play in the third, and Bismarck has taken it the rest of the way. Up 43-7. Again, our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads post-game show comes up shortly. Bryce will be down on the field with our winning head coach and Sport Clips MVP. Demons still in the eye. Freeze, nowhere to go. Gonna find some room. Let's give some credit on the tackle here. Tian Patterson. Fourth down, and it looks like the Magi will get the ball back on a Demons punt.
Yeah, don't forget, it's going to be a late one with Dickinson and Watford City tonight. So after you've tuned in here with Minot High and Bismarck, you can flip over to Dickinson and Watford City. Our good friend Brock Widener covering that one.
Demons here will be taking a delay game, using every second they can. Clock will stop at 1:19. Back him up 5 yards. One of the reasons to watch that, if you haven't watched the Jim Dooley offense yet,
you talk to me about it.
Be ready to be puzzled by what's going on. The Watford City Wolves, just a scary team because of that. think their quarterback has 9 rushing touchdowns this year. Punt gets away, stays in bounds. What a roll. How about this?
Another punt.
Inside the 10. This time with the punt, it was Cole Lardy.
I believe that's 4 on my count.
I'm gonna take the over on that.
Yeah, inside the 10 tonight. The special teams unit here for Bismarck High.
Really only 2 more plays need to be run.
I said, it's so weird to talk about punting. I read a stat today, the Indianapolis Colts, Owen, have punted 1 time on the season.
Sounds like the Fargo Davies Eagles. It looks like Minot's going to be the one to take a knee here. Ryder Sutton will have to do that one more time, and our game will be officially official. Bismarck High on the road, and after dropping 2 games in a row, ranked matchups to Shanley at home and Davies on the road. They get right today in Minot. Go back to the ground attack. That's Demon football. Wanted to see it today. They gave it to us. And Minot High will remain in search of win number 1 next Friday as they take on currently 4th ranked Bismarck Legacy on the road. There's the final kneel down. 20 seconds still to tick away, but our score is final from Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Bismarck 43, Minot 7. The Demons move to 3-2 overall, 1-0 in league play. And Minot down to 0-5, 0-1 against West Region competition. Our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show begins next on the PSP Network.
PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Come back in the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Demons might have scored 43 points tonight, but as our Bryce Goodnick will explain later on, there was a defense and special teams focus to this one today. Bryce is joined now by the winning head coach, Mark Gibson. Something he's been 216 times before at Bismarck High School. I think we're going to get a pretty good interview based on just that interaction. Bryce, we are ready for you. If you're ready for us, take it away.
How about now, Owen P? You got us. All right, Coach
clear.
Gibson. A team that's kind of had your number. I don't want to bring up any bad memories. I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize first. A team that's had your number the last few seasons. Talk about your team's resiliency, the ability to bounce back from last week, a tough loss, and to start out this region season, this WDA season with a big win.
Well, I think it all starts last week. You know, we went into the game thinking that we got to come out healthy, no matter what the outcome was. That was our main goal, and that was kind of tough to swallow. So, you know, we did some different things, and Davies is really good. I mean, I'm not going to shortchange them at all because they're a good football team. And so our main goal is come here healthy, and that was our only chance because Chauncey does a hell of a job. He's a great coach. And so to open a conference here, that was kind of our main goal all preseason, is that we knew this game, we wanted to get rolling by this game. Can't say enough about our kids' effort. And, you know, we were, to say, a little bit fragile coming in, say the least, mentally. And, you know, we preached all week about a little bit of getting back to Bismarck High football, which is hard-nosed, straight ahead, and not turn the football over. And I think we did all those things tonight. But it's one win. We're certainly going to take it. But I think, you know, it's a long year, and you never know. But certainly that's a good football team we played, and they're, you know, we just caught them off guard tonight.
When we talk about the game of football, we usually talk three phases. I want to talk a little bit about the special teams effort of your team tonight. The field possession was huge in my mind. The number of punts, I counted 4 myself inside the 10-yard line, pinning the Magicians deep. Talk about a little bit of the special teams unit that we don't really talk about punting so much in football, but talk about that effort tonight.
Well, there's a couple things that, you know, they weren't prepared for, and one it was our quarterback kicking it. And, you know, it's a heck of a weapon. Actually, Minot does the exact same thing. Thought our quarterback was real effective tonight. You know, Bonnie was real effective with the kicking, and like you said, it swayed field position big time. But our defense was lights out. And then, you know, we've been turning the ball over. I think tonight we kind of swayed that a different direction, that's what we have to win games. And we're not going to be able to turn the ball over 4 or 5 times and win games in this league. And we just took care of the ball, played great special teams, played great defense. Offensively, we just complimented each other really well tonight, I thought.
I'm going to let you get on the bus and start celebrating after one more question. Talk about the big boys up front. Your ability to run the football in that second half between the tackles was on full display.
Well, that's one thing that we've been lacking. I mean, we hadn't really had a running game in the first 3 games, so those kids were challenged all week. And, you know, there's some new faces in there. We only have 1 returning starter from last year, and so they're learning. You know, we needed this tonight, and so it's a little confidence booster. It's a grind of a season, and we know that, but we're certainly going to take it. And, you know, I just couldn't be more proud of our kids.
1-0 in region play in this new season.
And I do not want to come back to Minot.
You heard it. Coach Gibson's going to enjoy it. He's going to get on the bus, get out of the Magic City. I appreciate him joining us. I'm going to bring in the Sport Clips MVP here now, Owen. Mr. Garrett Randolph. You stand right here, my friend. I'm going defense tonight. We got to give some love for the defense. Garrett, let's talk about, I don't want to bring it up, but last week, tough game. Davies, we know what Davies brings to the table. Talk about adjustments you guys made defensively tonight here in the Magic City.
Tonight, we knew they were going to throw it deep a lot. So our coaches were like, we got to have a good week to our DBs, and we had a great week. We knew they were going to throw it deep and strapped them up.
The defensive line was very effective, stopping the run and such, and going to when Minot was going to the air, it seemed like you guys are just going single coverage. You're one-on-one with your man. Talk about your ability to win a lot of those 1v1s tonight on the field.
Yeah, like I said, we knew they were gonna throw it deep. So when they threw it deep, I was just playing in front of them and stopping them. And then when they ran the short little routes, our linebackers were there to help, and we rallied to the ball a lot.
What's the post-game meal like? You guys got a plan for a little post-game meal so you can fuel up before you get back to the capital city?
Usually we have pizza. Like almost every away game we have pizza. So
we got a rule on PSP. The Sport Clips MVP gets a full pizza if you're a road team. So tell them there's a rule. You get a full pizza for the ride home. But congratulations, Coach. Garrett Randolph, cornerback of the Demons. Go enjoy this one. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
All right, Owen, back to you. Very happy, excited Demon football field here, football team at Dwayne Carlson Field tonight.
And I think a pretty happy Randolph family as well, congratulating their Sport Clips MVP today. I believe Mark Gibson was referring to not coming back to Minot. They've been here 3 of the last 4 seasons. Maybe they get to host the Magi come next year, including back-to-back trips to D.C. 43-7 the final score. Let's take a look now at the scoring summary, how it happened in this Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Scoring got underway with the 7:50 mark of the first quarter. Carter Petron in first of quite a few rushing touchdowns today. Came from 8 yards out. It was right after a blocked punt, essentially. We believe that it kind of went off of Blake Anderson, the upback for Minot, on that pooch kick that Sutton, the quarterback, does, and went straight up in the air. The Demons took over inside the 10, and after one play, it was Petron's 8-yard score to get the Demons ahead 7-0. Declan Sims on the defensive side, a 10-yard pick six to put Bismarck up 14-0, and things could have really unraveled right there for Minot High, and they really didn't. Just one more touchdown in the first half. It came at the very end of the second quarter. 52-yard kind of play action, throwback play from Hayden Bondley to Deegan Stottinger. That made it 21-0, and that was the score at our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. The second half started out great for Minot High. First drive, they established the run game. They picked up third down conversions, especially with Ryder Sutton using his legs. Also picked up a 4th down and 9 with him scrambling ahead for a first down. And with 7:32 left in the third quarter, it was Sutton on the sneak into the end zone for Minot's only touchdown of the night. That made it 21-7. We thought we had a game on our hands again, but Bismarck High's defense took over, following a touchdown run by Petron later in the third with 4 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. A 4-yard score for him following that double fullback move. Bismarck went up 29-7. The defense flexed their muscles from there. An interception led to a third rushing touchdown for Petron tonight. That was with 1:48 left in quarter number 3. And then it was Stottinger from 10 yards out. Again, after another turnover, Bismarck takes over, and they punch it in to go up 43-7. Ran out the clock in the fourth quarter. Just ground and pound from there, and icing away a 36-point win on the road in Minot. Again, Bismarck High improves to 3-2 overall, 1-0 in the league. Minot High drops to 0-5. They are desperate for that first win. Next week going to be another challenge, though, a road test as well at currently 4th-ranked Bismarck Legacy. But still, a whole half of the football season to go. A whole half of our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show to go, and Bryce has made his way back up to the booth here. Planning Team Financial Advisors, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com, helping clients work toward financial freedom. I was telling our viewers, I think Mark Gibson enjoys coming to Minot maybe, but they've been here back-to-back seasons, 3 out of the last 4. Anyway, he finally got a win here at Dwayne Carlson.
And you could see it. I don't know if relief's the right word, but he was in that huddle. They were ecstatic. They know the struggles that they've had against Minot High these last few seasons. He was really excited for the win, and then quickly kind of changes his tone, goes, hey, it's one game. It's one game. But he said, go celebrate and everything. And he gave a little shout out to Mr. Nick Holberg, was wondering if he had an office job for him when he's all said and done coaching. So Supposed to ask Nick if we have an opening for Coach Gibson, possibly.
I think for sure we do. We're talking about this game in particular. Bismarck High, I mean, Coach Gibson alluded to it. They needed to find a run game. It's what we talked about all second half. They did that. But I think on the flip side, what we didn't get to is, once again, Minot High just trouble stopping it once that run game gets started by the opposition.
We've talked about it all season. It's just a battle up front, and it all starts with stopping the run game. And Bismarck got it going. They got it going between the tackles. It's multiple guys. Another team with multiple weapons. We didn't even see that much from Weston Scott tonight. You know, a really gifted guy for Bismarck High. But you see Petron get going. You see Stoniger. Stoniger really shined to me. I really like this kid. His speed, the way he excels. It's Coach Gibson's right. They've got to win by turning teams over, playing good defense, running the ball between the tackles consistently.
Yeah, Bismarck High came into this game 4 games against the EDC opponents, averaging 1.5 turnovers per game. Did not give the ball up tonight. For Minot High, that run defense, just to finish the thought there, they have to figure it out before taking on a Yusuf Jama and the Legacy Sabres next weekend. It is going to be tough for the Magi next Friday.
And all Jama's doing, he's setting single-game records. They are a team that runs the football incredibly well. Another tough test for this Minot High team next week on the road at Legacy.
Let's hand out some awards in our post-game show tonight, beginning with the Sport Clips MVP, the home of the MVP haircut experience. Check it online with the hairstyles today at sportclips.com or use the app. It's not often you rush for 3 touchdowns and don't get picked, but Bryce, I think you were right. Defense led the way, and, well, Garrett Randolph, the seatbelt today.
I was super impressed with Garrett Randolph all night. It's no easy task if you're lined up next to the speedsters of Pallotta or Bell, and his ability just to play that single man. He did that a number of times tonight. He came up with a turnover. His coverage at the back end was terrific. In the secondary for Bismarck High, got to get a little love, O&P, to the defense every now and then.
No argument here, but another shout out to Petron, 3 rushing touchdowns today. As for our Magic City Home Leisure move of the game, a lot of times we pick maybe the most influential plays. I think it kind of took both. Influential and just awesome, the pick 6 by Declan Sims.
The Declan Sims play, it really kind of stunned this crowd. It was just a 7-0 game at that point. He gets the deflection. Hey, look what I found. Just right back to his hands, ends up in the end zone. We talked about the field position. Minot pinned down in their own end all night long. Sims capitalizing on that one. A little pick 6 for number 14, the sophomore Declan Sims.
Magic City Home Leisure reminds you that it's time to bring a spa to your home. Stop in at Magic City Home Leisure on South Broadway and you'll find a massive inventory and a next-level sales team that can help you find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. It's Magic City Home Leisure. Well, that just about does it for our planning team, financial advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show tonight. For a great crew putting on tonight's show on the PSP Network, my color commentator Bryce Kunick, I'm Owen Patterson, repeating your final score for the final time. Bismarck High 43, Minot High 7. That does it for another big week on the PSP Network. We're getting into the really good time of volleyball season. Another stacked Tuesday on the PSP Network. And, of course, just another week of 5 football games on Friday night. Hopefully you'll join us then. But until then, have a good night, everybody.
Is proudly brought to you by Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.